Thank you, Lashkan Corley. So the Minister will probably remember that in the pre-Council statements I mentioned the Palestinian village of Kirbit al-Reza, where a school had been, an EU and Irish aid funded school had been demolished, and at the time I urged the Minister to engage with his European colleagues to seek compensation for Irish taxpayer funded aid structures that had been demolished by the Israeli military. Well, now here in the post-Council statements, I want to raise the issue of the village of Ras Al Tin, which is just outside Ramallah, where again an Irish aid-funded school is facing imminent demolition. So again, this is an Irish taxpayer funded aid structure that is facing demolition. Despite COVID, demolitions have continued, demolitions of Palestinian homes as well as these EU and Irish aid funded structures. The reality is that the civil administration that runs the occupation claims that these homes are built without planning permission, but for a Palestinian to try and get planning permits is next to impossible. It's a system that is managed deliberately to prevent them getting these permits. At the same time, in recent weeks, the Israeli government has legalised what would have otherwise been, in the Israeli government's eyes, illegal settlements. These are outposts built without planning permission. So what we have on the ground is one geographic region where there are two laws that operate in different ways simply based on your nationality. And that's not good enough, Minister. And the reality is that by not seeking this compensation, we are somewhat complicit in this. So, as I said before the EU Council, we need to be demanding compensation, at the very least, demanding compensation and working with our EU partners to get compensation, or to even better still, to prevent the demolition of these much-needed aid structures within Palestine. There is a history of the Israeli military and the occupation acting with impunity in terms of international law, and we cannot allow this to continue, and it is up to us as the people who have put this money forward to demand this. We have a situation on the ground in Palestine at the minute where, annexation in name has been paused, but de facto annexation continues. As I say, we have an announcement there of about 5,000 almost 5,000 settlement units, according to Peace Now. So the building of settlements continues. The confiscating of Palestinian land continues. The imposing of Israeli sovereignty on Palestine continues. This is de facto annexation, even if it does not go by that name. And we need to be doing more on this. So look, I'm here to talk about the village of Ras Al Tin, as I say. The school that is facing imminent demolition, that was built by Irish aid money. We need to be working with our European Union counterparts to work to prevent that demolition, to demand compensation if that demolition goes ahead. As I say, Minister, this is an ongoing issue and will only be ended if we can find a way to end the occupation. But in the meantime, we need to ensure that any breaches of international law do not happen with impunity, do not happen with no consequences whatsoever, as has been pretty much the case up to date. So I would urge the Minister to engage with whatever diplomatic channels he can to address this issue and to seek compensation. Thank you.
Deputy, I now call Deputy Matthew McGrath.